Oh, hi there. Thanks so much for showing up for your math learning. I am Mr. Jennings, your humble math servant, and we are walking through the second half of the second practice quiz. I'm going to move my dubiously useful face over there where I don't have a lot of problems. My face is not one of my 99 problems, but these upcoming, how many problems? 7 problems are. So let's take a look. All right, if I want to solve for the unknown, this is the same skill we looked at last week. Our goal is to find out what A is. Okay, and there's a couple ways to do this. The way I would teach you is to distribute in this 3. All right, so we're just going to do the distributive property, 3a plus 6. Okay, we have to do both multiplications is equal to 9. Legibility matters, so Mr. Jennings, write that 6 so that people can read it. And write your A so that it's clearly an A. Because you got a 9 over there. You don't want that 9 looking like an A and the A looking like a 9. People will be confused. All right, and then we go ahead and get out our inverse operations pen. We do the opposite of whatever's being done to that A. So we're going to subtract 6 from both sides. And then we get 3A is equal to 3. Oh, 3 times some number is 3. I guess that number is 1. Okay, so now to undo the multiplication, let's say it's a tricky one. You can't see it. You just divide both sides by 3 because division is the opposite of multiplication. Dun, 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 A equals 1. Dun, 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 dun. Here is a cool thing we could have done. Okay? We could have had 3 multiplied by A plus 2 equals 9. And then we divide both sides by 3. And we undo this multiplication. Bow, bow. And then you get A plus 2 equals 3. And that would still solve to A equals 1. Different ways. All right, let's go. All right, over here, you could divide by 5 if you've noticed that. See, I divide by 5 here. Divide the whole side of the equation by 5, and then we don't have to distribute. But that's the shortcut way. That's the way for people who watch the videos and learn the fancy math tricks that Mr. Jennings uses to be good at math. I'm going to do it the crank it with distribution way. This is 10b minus 15 equals 35. Ooh, I'm subtracting 15, so I'm going to get out my inverse operations pen and add 15, because adding is the opposite of subtracting. Add 15 to 35. That is a 5, by the way. Legibility matters. I'm going to zoom in. I'll do a little better if I'm writing bigger. Okay, there we go. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, you wanted to know what 10b was? Oh, that's so weird. Oh, my weird, like, if I'm talking, different things come out of my hands than my mouth. Equal 35 plus 15 is 50. Okay, so that's 50. Why is my hair so flat today? It's just embarrassing. All right, and then we divide both sides by 10, because the moment we've all been waiting for was b is equal to 5. That's what we want. And then we're like, I don't believe you, b. I want to put it up here and test. 2 times b is 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. 7, which is this whole bracket, is indeed 5 times 7 is indeed 35. So it always works if you plug it back in. That's how you check your answers. That's how you make sure you got the right thing. Because you want them spicy points, right? You want spicy points, you got to do distribution on both sides. Here the divide by trick is not available. See, I can't divide both sides by 7 because that really just creates a fraction over there and that'll make you want to barf. So don't do that to yourselves. Just do the distribution, folks. 21c minus 35 equals negative 15, because negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Negative times a positive is positive, so plus 6c. Okay, and now we get out our inverse operations pen. Oh, I got c's on both sides of the equal sign, so I'm going to subtract 6c. That will eliminate that one, it's gone. But I have to do the same thing to the other side, subtract 6c. So now our next line looks like 15c minus 35 equals minus 15. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Add 35 to both sides. I can do that. A negative 15 degree day that gets 35 degrees warmer. Wow, wouldn't that be great? You'd be skiing in your like balaclava in the morning and then in your shorts in the afternoon, because that going up to 20 degrees. And then we get out our inverse operation and spend one last time, divide both sides by 15. 20 divided by 15 happens to be 4/3. Because 20 is 4 times 5, and 15 is 3 times 5. So the 5's cancel. So this is 4/3 equals C. C equals this, which also equals that. That's how I would write the answer there. 4/3 equals C. Then I plug it in here and test, see if it's right. Okay, and then you get a lot of fraction operations, see if that's true. 3 times 4/3 is 4. 4 minus 5 is indeed -1. So 7 times -1 is -7. On the other side, it should work out as well. Yeah, it does work out as well. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Now, over here, we have to, oh look, there's hints over here as to what you have to do, right? This is where I go through and I check, like, yes, you can communicate your thinking clearly. Yes, you can use inverse operations to solve equations. Can you collect like terms? So we better collect like terms over here. Let's go. So 7D minus 5D, well, that's 2D all day. 5 minus 8 is a 5-degree day that gets 8 degrees colder. That's -3 equals, I know what 7 plus 2 is. That was 9. And then I add 3 to both sides because I want to undo that addition or subtraction. I get 2D equals 12. And then I divide both sides by 2. D equals 6, and I circle it. And then I could go ahead and plug that in up there to test and see if that's true or not. Let's go. Okay, over here. This one getting a little spicier. Okay, this is a medium question. I've got 3f minus 5f. I have to notice that those are like terms. So that's minus 2f. Still plus 5 is equal to minus 7 plus 9. Oh, minus 7-degree day that gets 9 degrees warmer? 2 degrees, okay? 9f minus 2f, that's minus 7f. Oh, man, Mr. Jennings put f's on both sides. Why would you do that, Mr. Jennings? Why the f? So you add 7f to both sides. That gets all the f's on one side. Negative 2f plus 7f is 5f plus 5, because we still have that plus 5 over there. Don't forget him or her or them. And then this 2 comes down, plus 2. Oh, weird. That one is a weird fraction. Oh, well, cool. I thought it was an integer answer. Maybe I have an error in here. I thought I made only integer answers. No, it looks good so far. Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I see where my error came from. All right, and then I subtract 5 from both sides. So I get 5f equals -3, and then I divide both sides by 5. And this is the answer. F is equal to -3 on 5. Cool. I actually got a mildly bit spicy there where we ended up with a fraction answer. And then the student says, wait, I'm getting a decimal. Well, that can't be right. Yes, it can. Numbers can be all types of numbers. They can be negative, they can be positive. The thing is, in like grade 7 and grade 8 and these types of places, your teachers gave you answers that always worked out to clean numbers. Now we get these dirty fractions. Don't worry, fractions are your friends, dirty though they may be. Speaking of dirty fractions, here is 1/3 g minus 5/6 g. So I may want to work out what 1/3 minus 5/6 is, because that's how many g's I'm going to have when I collect my like terms. This is the same thing as 2 on 6 minus 5 on 6. 2/6 is the same as 1 on 3, because I multiply top and bottom by 2. Okay, so that gives me, that's equal to -3 on 6. Oh, -3 on 6, -1/2. Okay, so that's how many g's I have over there. So after I collect these like terms, I'm going to have 5, because this is just 5, minus 1 on 2g equals 17. All right, let's subtract 5 from both sides. So we take away 5, we take away 5. We have -1/2 g equals 12. Geez, what's the opposite of multiplying by -1/2?
Divide by -1/2.
Yeah, sure. And what is divide by -1/2? It's multiply by something. Remember this trick? Multiply by -2. I love it. Yeah, that's good. You just flip the fraction and multiply. So I'm going to multiply by the flipped fraction, which is just take this side and multiply by -2, and take this side and also multiply by -2. Okay? -2 will cancel -2 on the bottom, right? Upstairs number cancel downstairs number. If you live upstairs over your evil twin, poof, disappear both of you in the cloud of chalk dust. So, one of my favorite math jokes. G equals the result of 12 times -2, -24. Okay, that's how you do G. That's how you do. Oh my goodness, this looks just like the example we did in class yesterday. Yeah.
Can you go back up to the medium solve for the unknown?
Yeah.
I got a different answer.
Cool. What did you get?
I got 1/3.
1/3. That's interesting. So let's see. Maybe I have an error in here. That would be so cool. So 3f minus 5f is indeed minus 2f. I agree with myself there. 5 is indeed 5. Negative 7 plus 9. Aha! I do have an error. It's right there. Do you see my error? I had positive 9f minus 2f's, and I thought that was negative 7f. Oh, man. Mark it, Anea. Mark it. This is so great. I love doing this with student participation because I get to learn from my own errors. You want to know what my error is? Talking when I do math. I have so many errors when I talk when I do math. So this is positive 7f. Great. So now instead of adding 7f, I subtract 7f from both sides. That's going to change it dramatically. So now I have negative 9f plus 5 equals 2. Subtract 5 from both sides. Okay? Remember when I said I remembered the answer being different, but oh well, and I didn't see my error. It was there. Thank you. So minus 9f equals minus 3. Divide both sides by minus 9. Minus 9 cancels minus 9. Because the opposite of multiplying by negative 9 is dividing by negative 9. So we do that. And then we get f is negative 3 on 9. That's just 1/3 by another name. Why is that 1/3? Because negative 3 is negative 3 multiplied by 1. And negative 9 is negative 3 multiplied by 3. This cancels this, gives you this. That's how you cancel. That's how you reduce. Correct answer! Dun, 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 fantastic! Okay, let's keep going. We got scant little time because of Spirit Day. I'm glad we're so spirited. Huh? Emma, did I just give you vertigo or something? Oh. Oh, you want it? You were writing something down? And now you have to go on my YouTube channel and give me a view. Okay, maybe it's a feature, not a flaw, that I went too fast. Living verb. It's on the D2L. Let's find it through the D2L, not through my YouTube channel. Okay, this is 4 patio stones this way. You see them? Like this. Ba, 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 ba. But yeah, but now we're doing it again. It's like deja vu again. Okay? Multiplied by 5 patio stones, so that's like about there, about there, about there. These are my patio stones. You don't have to do this, but you can visualize, okay? You can visualize that. And then this would be, 15 feet times the width of 4 patio stones. I'm interested. This is an important idea for building your math ability, is interest, okay? I try and be interesting, but I'm only one guy. And I can't be as interesting as TikTok. But because it's just like genetically impossible for a human to be as interesting as like the algorithm. But if you're interested in math, then your learning will improve. So try and do that. Try and be interested. Okay, so this just describes the diagram. I've talked about it. We want to use a variable to model the size of a single patio stone. So I'm going to say let x equal the side length. And so then I've got create an algebraic representation for the area of your deck. Okay, cool. So area equals length times width. But in this case, this is 5x plus 15. Okay, to go from there to, whoops, there. Is that going to stop? Yeah. And then this here is 4x. So I've got 4x multiplied by 5x plus 15. There is an expression. Done. Simplify your expression using the distributive property.
I could be wrong, but it says in the question that it's different size square. Or is that just like some weird...
Used patio stones to use... Oh, no, sorry. What I was trying to suggest was you don't know how big of a patio stone you're choosing yet, okay? But they are squares, okay? So it's a variable. That's what I was going for with different, okay? Variably sized patio stones. And you're going to investigate how big your deck will be with the different sized options, Okay, so this is this, and now we're going to simplify our expression by doing the distributive property. 4x times 5x happens to be 20x squared. And you'll see them there. There's an x squared. This would be 2 of them, 3 of them. Oh, that's 5 of them all the way there. Oh, right, multiplication. Mr. Jennings has mentioned multiplication is just calculating area. That's 20x squared there, you see? It's 20 of them, 20 squares. You can see them. It's very visual. So get concrete with your algebra, and your algebra won't be a big alphabet soup. It's very useful. Okay, 20x squared. But then we also have to do this multiplication. 4 times 15 happens to be 60x. So this is 15 on a side multiplied by 4x on a side. So this is 60x area in here. Okay, now use your simplified expression to calculate the area of your deck if a stone is 2 feet on a side. Okay, so that means x equals 2. Okay, this is 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, like that. All right, so if x is equal to 2, then 20 multiplied by x squared plus 60x is going to be equal to 20 times 2 squared plus 60 times 2. 2 squared is 4. So this is 20 times 4 plus 60 times 2 is 120. Okay? 20 times 4 happens to be 80. 80 plus 120 happens to be 200. This was a word problem, so give me some words. If the patio stones are 2 feet per side, then the whole patio is 200 feet square. Okay, cool. And now we do 3 feet on a side. This is what it looks like. Hang with me for 2 minutes. It won't take me that long. 20 times 3 squared plus 60 times 3. Work it out. This is 20 times 9. 3 squared is 3 times 3, 9. Plus 60 times 3, 180. 20 times 9, well, that's also 180 plus 180. Okay, there my deck will be 360 feet square. Okay? Cool. So that way you could analyze different situations like that. Thank you so much for showing up for your learning. Please leave the chairs where they are. We have visitors coming. Please tidy up the desk surfaces. If there's something on a desk surface, just put it inside the desk. Thank you so much. How do I turn me off?